Hey guys, Chaplain Cathcart here, and want to talk to you about hydration today. So I think we most are familiar with that when it comes to physical, right? When we're sweating or working out and we're on the job, we get it, especially during this time of year. It's important to drink that water or those electrolytes, especially when we're on a call or out in the sun, we're working out, or particularly on a fire. However, we find ourselves a lot of times in a state of dehydration before we ever even get to work, or in those moments where we are using up those fluids, right? So when we drink water after an exercise or an activity or a Gatorade or something of that sort, we're replenishing what we are losing or just lost, right? And so it doesn't necessarily hydrate us to drink water depending on where we are into that. So we know that we should be hydrating, 2 days before we come in, or we know there's going to be strenuous activity, right? And so for us, that means really just every day, whether we are on the job or not, we should be putting fluid into our body. Well, the same is true when we look at mental. So when we come in, a lot of times it's like, whew, I made it, I'm here, right? I checked in, I clocked in, I'm ready to go, I'm dressed, we've done everything, let's get this truck checked off. But if we haven't come mentally prepared, right? If we haven't hydrated our mind, if we haven't hydrated it with some mindfulness, with some quiet space, with some reflection, and even with sleep, allowing our brain to rest, then our thoughts and our process and that fogginess is probably going to be pretty evident throughout the day. So it's important that we are mindful of our mind before we even come in, right? So that we're at our best to be able to think and process throughout the day. And finally, spiritually, we need to be hydrated spiritually, right? We have a mind, we have a body, and we have a spirit. And so things, again, through mindfulness and reflection, having that quiet time, grounding, just being out in nature, being able to feel the sunlight, right, on our body, feel the wind like it's blowing right now, and just observe creation and get a little bit closer to that. And all of that can aid. For me, particularly in my faith, I tap into the living water through Jesus Christ. He is the fountain that will never run dry for me. And so spiritually, I stay hydrated through reflection, my Bible reading, and spending time in prayer. So I just encourage you today to think about hydration, not just in the realm of physical, though it is very important, especially this time of year.